Greetings to everyone! As you probably have noticed, I prefer to use a balanced connection where it's possible. After all, I work a lot in a professional environment where balanced XLR connections are standard. I was holding the idea about a balanced turntable connection for a very long time, and finally I've decided to give it a go. Before I start, I'd like to remind you that you can subscribe to this channel. I have also created an Instagram account. You are welcome to follow me there. And the most important news is that I have started the Patreon of BoardTech channel. I really enjoy making videos for this channel, however, the production of them requires a lot of time and effort, and all the costs I've been covering from my personal budget. I am hoping that I could raise funds via Patreon that will be used to purchase equipment such as amplifiers, receivers or media players for my future teardown videos, so I can produce them more often. This is my Technics SL D2 automatic turntable. I believe that it was produced in 1983 in Japan. Pretty basic model with chassis made of plastic. About 5 years ago I paid £80 for it. And for this price I'm very satisfied with its performance. This is Native Instruments Traktor Audio 10 Professional DJ sound card. It is used as a phono stage in my setup. Let me explain why I started thinking about connecting the turntable via balanced cable. The thing is that most of my equipment is located on one side of the living room, but the record shelf and the turntable itself are on the opposite side. Therefore, I had to use an 8 meters long cable which links the phono stage and AV preamplifier. It is not really recommended to use such a long cable for line level audio signal. I have explained the difference between balanced and unbalanced connection in my previous video. You can find it by clicking the link in the top right corner. I bought a new Marantz AV8805A AV preamplifier which has balanced inputs about a month ago. My plan was to buy a balanced phono stage one day, but then I had a light bulb moment. I realized that my Native Instruments Audio 10 sound card has 4 stereo phono inputs, and by using 2 of them I can turn it into a balanced phono stage. Let me show you how I've done it. First of all, let's see how standard turntable wiring looks like. I will take a moving magnet cartridge as an example, as they are the most popular. Every cartridge has 2 coils, one coil for the right channel and the other one for the left. Each coil has 2 pins, one of them is positive and the other is negative. Positive pin is wired with the tip of RCA connector. Negative pin is wired with the ring of the RCA connector, which is also a shield. Now let's take a look at the balanced turntable wiring diagram. Here the positive pin of the coil is wired with the hot pin of the XLR connector, while the negative one is wired with the cold pin of the XLR connector. Now I have to improvise a bit. I don't have a balanced phono stage with XLR inputs and outputs, and I want to use Native Instruments Audio 10. As I mentioned earlier, this sound card has 4 stereo phono inputs. I will use 2 of them, first for the right channel and the second one for the left. Inputs designed for right channel will be connected to the positive pin of the coil, and inputs designed for the left channel with the negative. To make things easier, I have ordered 4 of these 3.5mm jack to RCA cables from Amazon. They are very basic cables, but are good enough for my experiment. Two of them I will use for the turntable output, and the other two will become adapters. First of all, I have to cut off 3.5mm jacks, as I won't need them. Next, I will strip the cable ends. I will mark one of the cables with red tape, so I don't mix the channels up. Now I can tin the ends, and these cables will be ready to be soldered onto the turntable. Great, let's open the turntable itself. To do it, I have to remove all 4 feet and another 3 screws. When it's done, I can easily remove the bottom cover. It's a very simple but a well-made turntable. Big respect to Technics engineers from the 80s. My next step would be to desolder the original cables. I have to move this metal shield out of the way first. Now, with the help of a pair of tweezers and my fancy TS80 soldering iron, I can desolder the original cable. Last thing to do is to release the clip which secures the cables in place. Now let's grab the new cables which I have prepared earlier and solder them to the PCB. I will start with soldering the negative pin of the left channel, which is white, then the positive pin, which is red. Next is the positive pin of the right channel, and the last one is the negative pin of the right channel. I will not solder the shield wires here, as they will be connected to the ground of the sound card on the other end of the cable. Now I have to fix the cables in place with the clip. Put the metal shield back and turntable can be reassembled. Here we are, the turntable is ready, and now I can work on making the adapters. I will take 2 remaining cables, cut the 3.5mm jacks which are not needed. Then I will solder the male XLR connectors, which will allow me to connect the turntable to the balanced inputs of the Marantz AV8805A. Everything is very simple here. Shield is to be soldered to the pin 1 of the XLR connector. Red cable is soldered to the pin 2 of the XLR connector, which is also called hot, and the white cable to the pin 3, which is cold. Great, one adapter is done. Now I'll just repeat the same procedure once again to make the second one. Alright, now all that's left to do is to connect everything and find out if my idea was successful or it was a failure. First, the ground wire for the turntable. Next, the power for the sound card. Now the right channel cold output, followed by the hot. Exactly the same story for the left channel. Now, when the turntable is connected to the phono inputs, my custom-made adapters can be linked to the line outputs. One for the right channel and the other one for the left. And now my custom setup can be connected to the balanced inputs of AV8805A using standard XLR cables. Great, moment of truth. Let's put the record on and find out if my crazy setup works. And indeed it works. There is no hum or any unwanted noise. Music sounds surprisingly well, even a bit louder than before. I hope that you understand that because of copyright reasons I can't play you any of my records. So you just have to trust me on this. Before this modification, the LED lights has been causing an audible hum, which was annoying me very much. And now this hum is completely gone. I'd like to point out once again that I had done it purely as an experiment to prove that you could use two standard phono stages to connect your turntable to the balanced amplifier. I am planning to upgrade to a proper, fully balanced phono stage in the future, but for now I will keep this setup. I am really pleased to see that more and more consumer audio products are released with balanced connections on board. Hopefully XLR connectors will not look so exotic in the home environment in the future. So this is it for this video. If you have any thoughts or questions, please feel free to express them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, follow me on Instagram, or even consider supporting future videos on Patreon. You will find all the links in the description. Thanks for watching, goodbye!